Hi everyone, Deb here. I'm here for hashtag stamp with us and also hashtag hearts all year. Um, and the um, hosts of the collabs, there's two for each of those, will be linked down in the description box below because I don't want to say something wrong. My memory's not the best these days, so I apologize. I know who the main one is for both, but there's two for each, and I just don't want to get it wrong. So last week I stamped with you on Sunday these pretty pink posh cupcakes with hearts, and there's a variety of them, and I had told you I hadn't used it before, but I had, and when I was doing my what's in my Valentine's stash, I found these. Now this one will go in the trash because it looks like something like maybe a wet wipe that cleaned a stamp got on there or something. I don't know. And then there was this one and this one. These are little three by three cards, I believe. Yeah, cute for Valentine's. Lots of love. And this I think was a stencil. And I do have to fussy cut these or do something different, which I'll show you in a minute. So this week I made 6 full-size cards and then a journal page I'll show you in one of my special books. It's a work in process that I'm trying to finish this year. Okay, so here we go. I'll show them to you one at a time. The first one I made is a birthday card. It was one of the little birdies. Uh, where is it here? I made two of these. One is a Valentine card and one is a birthday card. This paper, I actually started on this with Valentine paper and I changed my mind. So I brought in paper I hadn't used in forever. Dainty Flowers by Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper from January to April 2023. I used this one in the background and then there was a sheet or two of these cut aparts and I cut one apart to use in the background. So that's what that is, and it looks textured, but it's smooth. And then these are heart punches, which I couldn't find when I went through my stash, or I couldn't get to, but these are them. They're the Heart Duo Punch, retired from Stampin' Up. There's a plain and then a border scalloped one. My favorite heart punches ever. As long as they continue to work and I'm alive, I am not getting rid of those. Now, on some of the cupcakes, I used AN Art glitter pen, and they had a brown, and I had colored it like chocolate icing. So, can you see the sparkle? I went over it with the glitter gel pen. This stamp, I'm not going to stamp with you today, but I did do some extra stamping from last week. I brought in two stamps. This first one, Sunny Studios, had a little birdie told me it's your birthday. Honestly, I don't remember using this before, and I got it specifically for that and the little birds, and I used some of the birds too on the inside. But look how yellow that stamp set got. That's so weird. Um, Now this one is also yellow, but I've used those two. I don't know. So on this one, I didn't use those two for today. I just used the happy birthday in more script. And I used two little birdies. I'll show you on the inside. I did stamp in Stampin' Up! Some, I think Tahitian Tide. Oops, I have a dimensional stuck in there. That's so weird. They stick to everything. And this is cut out of the paper I was going to use, which I'll share with you in a minute, a Stampin' Up! Long retired um, Valentine paper and BFF. This will be for my BFF. And two little birdies. I didn't color them in. I just wanted to keep it simple on the inside, but I used the same background paper inside. These are all going to be A2 size cards. And these hearts, I think, are recollections. Trying to use some of my stash up, and I don't usually use. Yes, it was these recollections. Just says themed. I don't know. There was a whole sheet, but this two two strips, um, 2 rows is all I had left, and I used 2 of the purple. Okay, I'm gonna just leave those there because I use them soon. And this is, like I said, a cut apart. Okay, so that's the first one, a birthday card. I'll leave this here. And the next one is a Valentine's card. It's the little puppy, so I think I had used that last year. Yeah, so look how I colored them differently. This one I also use glitter gel pen, but it's a pink or a pinkish red, a reddish pink. I also did bring in for the puppy and I think the bear later, this Sakura glaze pen, and went over its eyes and its nose to make them a little shiny. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that a little bit, maybe. Anyway, I just thought it made it pop a little bit. And these little hearts are from Doodlebug, and that's what I have left. And I used 3 red ones. I like them because they're not very dimensional. This paper's out of the no, that's the one I was going to show you. It's no longer available, but I use ooh, sorry. Quite a few papers out of this. I have a lot of mostly scraps left now. Sweet Talk. Sweet Talk was the name of the paper. I do have some whole sheets left, but mostly it's scraps. And ooh, I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic. Um, and I'll just mention Sweet Talk when I share when it's the same paper because I did use it on some other cards. Inside, I used one of those labels from Stampin' Up! Out of I don't remember the name of it, but it was from last year, I think. And I used there's a sort of a purpley pink color down here. I used that and just a 1/2 inch strip of the same papers on the front. And this was I think the same paper. No, this was the back of this paper was this purple, which I think was oh, what's the name of that color? Highland Heather, I believe is the name of the color. From Stampin' Up. So that's that one. Just go like this. So the next card is also, well, I don't know if it's a Valentine card because I don't think I put a sentiment in it yet. I couldn't decide. This paper was in my stash and I don't know. Hmm, it's very thin and it had nothing on the back. I think I must have got it in a paper pack, but it was a 12 by 12 and it wasn't in a paper pack. So I don't know where it came from. These are doilies from Recollections, Michael's from probably 2017 because the package says 2016. And then the cardstock and the light purple cardstock is Fresh Freesia by Stampin' Up. And I did bump this up. These circles are a true 2-inch circle punch. Oops, that's not the right ones. 2-inch circle punch and a retired 2 1/4 inch starburst punch from Stampin' Up. That punch is another one I'll never get rid of. They might still have a 2-inch circle. I really don't know. You'd have to go check. It's getting harder to find punches. So anyway, and they weigh heavy, so shipping. Now this one, I did a boo-boo. I put this on this way and then I realized the hearts were upside down. So I just turned the white card over. Now I did not stamp anything in that one because I don't know if I want to say like sending hugs or sending love or happy Valentine's Day. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. So I left it blank. The next one is definitely Valentine's Day. This is another paper out of that Stampin' Up! Retired paper, another Recollections doily. I had them in white, pink, and lots of red. So, and then this background color is Stampin' Up's Blushing Bride, and I happen to have some. And actually, when I went into my job ticket holder that holds my blushing bride, there was already one of these starburst punches punched out in that color. How lucky is that? It was meant to be, right? And then I use Stampin' Up! Little hearts, also retired. And most what I have is retired, unless I tell you. These resin hearts embellishments. They're pretty nice too because they're flat. They're not shiny though. And I did use glitter gel on the icing. I think that's it on this one. And then this, I got at a thrift store a year or so ago, and I used these two colors combined. This is like embroidery floss. So I just used the pink and the red together because there's pink and the red in this, and I tacked that down with Fabri-Tac. And then I stamped on the inside Happy Valentine's Day, and that stamp is Stampin' Up's Heartfelt down here. That made me all red, look, when I was cleaning the stamp and everything, and I have washed my hands like 3 times since then. So my apologies for being all inky, but there it is. And this, I made it 3/4 inch wide just to have more hearts. So that's a definite Valentine's Day card. And then, how many is that? What do I do with the other cards? Oh, here we go. The next one is a birthday card. This is also from the Stampin' Up! Retired Valentine paper. It has this on the other side, and it's not even quite the same as that. And there it is. And I thought that would be pretty for a birthday card. Plus, I thought this would make a cute birthday card. And that happy birthday I did stamp today, and I forget where that was out of. One sec. I am not sure. I think it was, I think I put it somewhere I shouldn't have put it. I'll look and find it. Oh, here it is. Simon Says Stamp. Happy birthday. And I stamped that in a color called Balmy Blue, which is what the card base is. I'm not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but there was a time I was. I have not been since 2022, but I still have a lot of product. So I'm using it gradually, as well as other products. And okay, this is where I use glaze pen, pink, purple, and black on this one. On his nose and eyes, I use the black, and on the hearts here, I had done this all in alcohol ink, but I used a purple and pink Sakura gel glaze pen. They're called glaze pens. I used to use them a lot. I actually had two black, which is a good thing because the other one was, well, I couldn't get the ink to come out. And then this heart and these two were out of the same Recollections pack, which is nice. I could use some other colors because honestly, I don't use hearts in those colors very often. So, yeah, and that one, I don't know. On the inside, I didn't put anything yet, just a strip of the background paper. And the last one, two, three, four, five, yeah, one last card is this one. Now, this paper is not Stampin' Up. It is a flocked paper, and if you won't be able to tell, but it has flocking on wherever this hot pink is, it's flocking. And this was from uh, Hot Off the Press 2010, which means I got it sometime after 2017 on sale, probably. Beaded Hearts Flocked. Is that 2010? Yeah, 2010. Hot Off the Press by Paperpress.com. I think I probably got this at paperwishes.com, I think it is. Haven't shopped there in a little while. Anyway, yeah, so I got that. And then for the sentiment, I brought in yet another stamp set or two. One sec. Which one is it? Sending a little love. Oh my goodness. am not sure, guys. I had all my stamp sets here. Oh, this one. Sweet jar. Um, I had never used this stamp set, but sending a little blank your way, I didn't realize that was all one stamp. So I stamped that in, I think, Strawberry Slush by Stampin' Up. And then Love was a separate stamp. And no, I used Strawberry Slush for that. I can't remember what this color was. Anyway, and on the icing of the bird, I did use A&Art glitter gel pen. And I tried to position, okay, so this was the scalloped heart punch, and this was the regular one. I tried to position them so it looks like they're part of the streamers coming down. And I thought about adding little, like pink bows on each one, but I decided not to. And then these jemmies, I don't know, they were Dollar Tree or somewhere. Let's see if I can find them. Yes, they were, no, they were Love Nicole. So I probably got them at AC Moore many moons ago, which of course has been out of business since, was it just before or just after pandemic? Probably just before. Long time. So yeah, I've had them for a long time. So that's my extra stamping, sending a little love your way. Oh, and then I did use some hearts from that same set. And just a 1/4 inch strip of the flocked paper I had to cut off here because I cut this wrong. And Happy Valentine's Day in the pink from that Stampin' Up! Paper set of embellishments. So those are my cards. Now let me bring in my book page because there was another cupcake from that pretty pink posh set. This is my strawberry bliss book that I was doing for a collaboration last year. And I got about 3/4 of the way, and then I did a few more pages, and this will be one of my work in process books. I am not going to do a full walkthrough now. I'll do that later, but you can see it's a chunky monkey, right? So I did these two. Here's the cupcake that I stamped last week, and I did use the glitter gel pen on the icing. Let me move up a little bit. Another one of the Recollections hearts. This paper actually was out of that Valentine paper from Stampin' Up. Let me see if I can find. Oh, well, here, I think this is the other side of it. It has hearts and little bells or something on the other side, and little white hearts. Yeah, it looked to me like strawberry print, so I put it in my strawberry book. This washi tape was from Stampin' Up, no, Recollections, excuse me. And these two stickers, okay, so I just recently did a blue butterfly, flowers and butterflies for the Flowers and Critters collab, and I just did a finished work in process for that. But when I started on that journal, I shared that it was a little notebook from Stampin' Up, and this was inside of it. And guess what? It had two strawberries on here, a big one and a little one. So I had taken this out because I didn't want it in the book I did, but I used them still, and the rest are more summery. I don't know if I'll ever use the lips. Oh, look, there's a blue strawberry. Maybe I should put that on here somewhere too. Kinda doesn't go, but, oh, well, we'll put it right there. Kinda goes with that, right? Anyway, this was a scrap, and I just cut a tail in it of a red gingham ribbon that was off of something. That's the last of it. And I had a long piece, and it just fit perfectly on here. And then this was a smaller piece, and I corner rounded it, and then I left this in here because somewhere I have a strawberry punch, and I want to punch a strawberry or two that I might use later. And this I thought was just the right size for that. And then this is the other side of that paper, which I shared with the strawberry on it. Strawberry Love. That's the name I'm calling this page layout. So That's my Strawberry Bliss journal page. I have this many more pages to go. I had glued the pages together, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11 pages left to go in that. So I'm going to be working on that as part of my next work in process. Um, I'm calling it Working Through Whips, and I've done 2 episodes of that. If you're interested in watching those, I do have a playlist on my channel, and those should be the only 2 in it so far this year. But that's one of my, not a collab, just a thing I'm doing, working through whips. Okay. So that's what I did with my stamping, with a little bit of extra stamping that I'm sharing today here on this card, here on this card. I don't think on that one now, nor on that one. And then yes, on this one and in here. So I hope you like. Tell me below which is your favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I should pull them up a little bit, right? And or my journal page. So yeah, let me know what your favorite card is. And I guess that's it for this episode. I will talk to you again very soon. Be sure to use the hashtag. I don't think everybody that's participating is participating on Sunday, but a couple people are. Um, I'm not going to name their names, but if I can remember their channels, I'll put them down below. And also, like I said, I'll put the hosts. Okay. And if I miss anybody, my apologies. I haven't gotten around to watch everybody's videos yet either. It's been busy here between the weather and other stuff going on. So, yeah. All right. Have a wonderful Sunday and holiday tomorrow if you get to have off. And if not, it's okay. I never used to get that off either most of the time. And just you know, enjoy your week, okay? Hugs, love, and peace. And be safe out there. We're having nasty weather the last few days. Be safe out there, guys. Okay, bye.